This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Ready? Focus. Lock in. Buckle down. From the Great Lakes to all corners of the globe, let your passions shine with purpose in your zone.
Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm your host, Abriel Romero from the local congregation of Bloomingdale, Illinois, District of Great Lakes, and we welcome you once again to another broadcast of In Your Zone, wherein we get to talk about and share the hobbies, passions, and interests of our brethren here in the District of Great Lakes. Don't forget that you can share your comments, your thoughts, your shout outs with all of us, and we'll hopefully get to some of them throughout our show. Just leave them in our YouTube live chat. And just a quick rundown before we begin our show, the entirety of our show. First, we're going to talk to our guest and get into a nice tutorial to wrap up our broadcast. So while we're listening to our discussion, don't forget you can grab your pens, your pencils, your paper, so you can follow along with our special guest for today. Without further ado, let's get into our first segment. Again, as we always tell you, a quick reminder for all of you to focus. All right, so we have with us this afternoon here in the Chicago or the Midwest area, our guest from Cleveland, Ohio. Let's say hi to Danielle, who's here with us. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining our broadcast today.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hi, thanks for joining us. As we can see now in our overlay down below, we're going to be talking about drawing. I mean, if you couldn't tell with the paper and pencil reference that I mentioned earlier, but we're going to learn some basic drawing skills today. But for you, drawing began at a young age, I would say. I think all of us, right, when we were young, we would like just doodle or like draw in our notebooks on our homework, maybe. I don't know if you do that, but I remember doing that a couple of times. But for you, Danielle, how did you first get into, or how did you get interested in drawing?
I started getting interested in drawing first when I watched some cartoons and anime on TV. But since I didn't know you can rewatch them or pause the show, I just tried to memorize how they look and put them on paper.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of work to do, but that's cool. From cartoons, any like genre of cartoon, because there's different styles of cartoons, right, that we see like here or in other countries. Is there a specific style of cartoon or like artwork that drew you in?
Not really. I just started to watch on TV whatever like shows up on TV at the time.
Okay. What about those cartoons like influenced you to draw? Was it like the background of the cartoon, or was it like the characters themselves, or like what aspect of like the cartoons like made you want to draw them?
I really like the design, the character designs, the character themselves, and how their designs like reflect their personalities. And you can see like if they're a lively character, they have really bright colors, and if they're a gloomy character, they have really dark and muted colors.
Oh, okay. That's actually a good point that I'm gonna look out for more in the cartoons now. That makes sense. Was drawing something that you like continuously did? I'm sure like we watched cartoons a lot or often. Do you did you draw in the same amount? Was it a continuous hobby for you?
For me, not really. I started very young, at least I think 5 years old, but then I stopped for a little while, for a few years, because of school and other things. And then I started to pick up the pencil again at 8, and then continued from there.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I mean we're all busy trying to do well in school, um, but of course it's kind of hard to. Well, at least for me too. Like it's hard to like concentrate on, on homework because you want to do other things, like drawing, or for me it was like video games. But we all have our other hobbies that we're interested in, and over time, I think most recently you've gone into different types of art, and we'll be able to see some of this in a slideshow that we'll present to you now. Um, while we look at these artworks that you have made over, I want to say maybe the past couple of years, if our tech can show that now, there they are. We see that you draw in different, not only different character styles, but also different medium, like different items or utensils. Is that the right word to use? Utensil when you're talking about drawing items?
Uh, Mediums.
Mediums. Okay. Well, I mean, there's different, yeah, like paper, things like that. So, what's your favorite type of material or medium to use for your artwork?
My favorite would be just the pencil, because um, it's easy to get, and you can just draw on any paper you can see.
Ah, okay. I mean, for me, right, you tend to make maybe mistakes of this, so you can always fix it. Is that something you would recommend for someone who wants to, you know, start to become like an artist or like a drawer to begin with pencil?
Yes, it's also easy to see your mistakes, because it's kind of like structured. You can see the form of the drawing. You can also erase it, and that would make it easier to improve.
Uh, okay. And we can see here like a lot of these, or if not most, if all of them are characters that you draw. Is that the focus of your artwork, or have you drawn other items?
I mostly only draw characters, really, but sometimes I do draw animals for fun.
Okay. And we can see here you do have some uh non-character artwork here.
Yes, for a project.
Projects. Okay. And to see, we could see here that you're very concentrated in your work. Or are you drawing off of a reference, or is this an original character
Oh,
in this photo that we see here?
that one is from a reference, yes, a character from a game.
Okay. Yes, video game characters are very awesome to learn
Very,
about, even to draw.
yes, very detailed.
Hmm. And like what you were talking about too, how within their wardrobe, you do get their like personality and their character, and
Yes.
it's cool that how you can implement all of those details within a simple character wardrobe or costume. That's a lot of things you can learn about characters, and like subtle nuances that maybe those watching or those drawing can learn about. How is it that you continue to develop your drawing skills? Do you still just is it the same? How you just look at like references and then try to learn based off a visual, or how are you continuing to develop your drawing?
Yes, I do use references often when I am drawing, but when I really want to improve, I try not to, because when it comes from your imagination, like it's more like getting something out of your head and putting it on paper. It's like training for your brain to see certain things that makes you improve or makes you recognize the, like a hand, for example. It's very difficult to draw without a reference, but when you actually understand the structure of the hand, it's much easier to imagine it and put it on paper.
Okay, so there's a lot of it may seem overwhelming, I think, at first, right? Because of all
I
the
just want to ask,
yes.
like, just
Uh,
on that, because she mentioned it. Sorry, Ron, you can't see me today, but no, I just want to ask, has it ever happened where like you're watching a movie, or maybe even just you're looking at an object, and you're in your mind, you're kind of like tracing it out. You're kind of thinking, how am I gonna draw
Oh,
this?
yes, very very often too, when especially when I'm in class and I'm looking at my classmates or teachers, I can like see lines on their face that makes it look like a sketch. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I do that too. I do it. Sorry, Abe. I had to interrupt. Because in my mind, I was like thinking, oh wait, I do that process too, where like I see the guidelines. I kind of see how I want to draw something when
Mhm.
I'm looking like at an object. But yeah, like it's like kind of like what you were talking about, like the vision, right? When you're when you like drawing, you kind of start to see the world kind of that way.
Mhm.
ooh. Now I'm gonna just like look everywhere all around me now and like try to like break it down into like more simpler shapes and details. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But the last question that I have before we wrap up this segment, what is your long-term goal in terms of drawing? Do you have anything set of like a project you want to complete?
I think yes, I would like to have to finish some projects or maybe even set up a commission one day. Maybe I can also do commissions, but for me, it's really only for a hobby, just for like a stress relief thing.
Okay. And always a good fallback. And then it's a simple, easy skill that you can, do on your own time. And it's very cool to see everyone's, variety of styles in artwork. So, yep, a good hobby that I'm sure you enjoy. And I think everyone here in our YouTube live chat can enjoy. And we will dive into our next segment wherein we'll be able to draw. Okay, this is different than Time to Draw from INC Media, just to get that cool, straight. So it's different than INC Kids Time to Draw. We'll have our own unique segment here, which again will be featured in this segment, which we call Lock In. Okay. So for our Lock In segment, I think soon we'll be able to show another perspective here. If our tech will be able to uh, change our view to see everyone. But before or while that's getting set up, let us know what you will be showing us or what you'll be teaching us to draw.
I will be showing you how I draw feminine and masculine anime faces. Yes.
Okay. So, okay, we can see below you actually is your pad and paper. Let's begin. Where do we start?
Okay. So we start with a circle. I will draw a feminine style first. So feminine style faces are usually more like soft and more round. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So first is a circle, then a line across the middle, then another line across that line. Then we make okay. Then we make the face structure, which
Mm,
is usually very round actually.
Oh, okay. So that second line that you're connecting,
This
that's
one
still part of
is
the or yeah, what is that intersection of the lines that you made?
okay. This one is should be um um what you call it? A guideline to where the eyes will go
I
and the top of the ears.
okay. And then what are you is this what you're drawing now like the chin of the face?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So to maybe show mine a little bit darker. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you have a little bit so it's more of like an oval shape. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
A
So
little bit more
after
round.
after we establish the guidelines with the face, what's next?
What's next will be this horizontal line where that will be where the top of the ear is.
Okay.
And then you start to make your way down just a little bit before the curve.
Before the curve. Okay.
Okay. And then the other side.
Okay. We got 2 ears.
Yes.
Nice.
And then next would be I prefer to start with the nose. So see this where you stop the the bottom of the ears.
Okay.
You will make a straight line just for a guideline. And then you will that's where the nose will go. So I usually do it like this. Is it visible? Hold on. Okay, so that's how I usually draw the nose. And then right below that, you can put the lips.
Okay. So we got lips, got the nose. Okay.
Okay, so next would be this line right here. That is where the top of the eye stops. So usually it's just a little bit under, and then like that, something like that. Then the other side, I I really like doing it like this, like both sides at the same time so that I can still see if they're symmetrical or not. Yeah.
Always good to check that. Okay. So we got
Okay,
this is
that
for
would
the
be
eyelid, I assume.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The next would be about on the middle of the ear. I usually do it like that for the feminine face
Mm-hmm.
here. That would be where the bottom of the eye will be.
Oh, okay. The bottom of the yeah. Okay. This is more of like a realistic anime
I
favorite, or
I
because
think
I
it
know
would be
some figures would like exaggerate maybe like the eye, right? Like make it like seem really big, but in this case,
yeah,
not too much. Maybe it looks
not
like
too much.
okay.
I'll say, and then maybe some details here. Okay, and then the eyes, the pupils. I think it's called the pupils.
Okay.
There we go. And then next would be the crease on your eyes. Yeah, something like that. Then we draw the eyebrows, which is almost above the ear.
Above the ear. Okay.
Really.
Yes. All right. Okay. Then let's see. I think maybe we've got time to maybe finish the face and then maybe get down to the neck probably. What would be after the eyebrows for you?
After the eyebrows, I think. Okay. So usually the hairline would be like a little bit more, a little bit higher. I'm
Okay.
putting it here. And then you can draw any hairstyle you would like. So I'll just draw a very simple hairstyle.
Okay. I was gonna say, or to make it easy, you could just have them have no hair if you want, if you wanted. But okay. So with this, so you're still keeping the hairline up, I guess, even though they have the bangs. I guess in your character, the hairline starts all the way up here, right
Yes.
near the top of the head. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Okay. So the neck would be a little bit, a little bit below the curve of the chin. I mean, this part.
Okay.
Since it is a feminine face, the neck would be a lot thinner.
Okay. Okay.
And then you can erase the guidelines.
Now I'm curious because I know, at least with my sister, she used to take art classes too. Do you have like specific like pencils or like erasers? Because then you could use like the back of your like number two pencil, right? But do you also like buy like specific like supplies for your artwork?
No, I just use this specific pencil or a mechanical pencil. Yeah, that's more easy to find or to get, and a
Got it.
lot more cheaper too.
Definitely something to look out for.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, whatever you have, you don't need to have the most expensive equipment, right,
Yes.
to create the awesome artwork. Okay, so
Most
oh, go ahead.
next. Most people actually believe that the more expensive your materials are, the better your art, but it's actually just more on practice, not your material.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. So, okay. Moving on.
Okay, let's see. I think we have maybe a couple more minutes.
Mhm.
Maybe if you can fill in the eyes, possibly to
Oh,
finish
yes.
the face.
For the details of the eyes,
Yeah.
you will have this, I forgot what they're called. And then the highlights, you should fill this in actually.
Okay. So
And
kind of like
then,
the colored part, like the iris, is that what you're talking about? Or the
yeah,
other parts? Okay.
something like this. But it gets lighter as you make your way down.
Okay.
Something like that. So it looks a lot more like shiny.
Okay. I got
And
it.
then add some shadows if you want.
Okay. Let's see. All right. When you finish your artwork, do you go over it with or do you just leave it in pencil, or do you like go over it in pen or marker or whatever I guess medium or you utensil writing tool,
I
painting tool?
usually just leave it in pencil, but if I want to color it, I would outline it with a pen.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So if you'd like to color in the hair, you can also do that.
Okay. I think while we color that in, because we are actually, I know the time flew by very fast on our show, so we're actually almost done. But I know you were talking about, differentiating between the feminine and
Oh.
masculine faces. What is the difference when you try to draw the masculine style?
Okay, so the masculine one is a lot more boxy and square.
Okay.
Yeah, something like this.
Okay.
I'll do it very quickly so that you can see.
Okay.
Okay, so like right in here, that would be where the nose, and then the mouth, And then here, the eyes are actually a lot more narrow than a feminine face.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah, for everyone following along or trying to, uh, hopefully your art is taking shape. Mine, I decided to draw mine all in pen. So uh, you'll have a lot of lines. While you finish that up, I'm just going to, show everyone what I did so far. I messed up their hair, honestly, but it's okay. We could just pretend that's part of their character. They have
Yeah.
like wilder hair. For everyone who can maybe see there in our YouTube live chat, there's the there's the face that I did. It's a little blurry, but that's okay. The real artist here will show her artwork. And let's see, we'll be able to, if possible, we can share what the finished products look like with all of you, so you can see, how her artwork took shape with the guidelines and all of that. While you finish up your drawing, Danielle, do you have anyone that you would like to, say hi to? Anyone that you would like to greet for tuning in to our broadcast today?
I would like to say hi to my family in the Philippines, my grandmother, my uncles and aunts in the Philippines. Yeah.
Hi. Okay. Ooh, okay. We can start to see maybe at a good stopping point that you have, we can bring your notepad a little closer to the camera. Whatever's a good stopping point within the minute. Okay. So we can see up close the detail. So for everyone tuning in to our broadcast, our YouTube live chat, you could see that even simple faces can take a lot of detail and a lot of time, but I'm sure the finished art piece is one that we can all appreciate and look for. So I know our time went by very fast, Danielle, but we thank you for sharing your drawing experience and knowledge with us and giving us a quick tutorial on how to draw faces, uh, female and male characters. So we look forward, if possible, if we could see your drawings for everyone in our YouTube live chat if you drew along with us. It'd be cool to see what you were able to do in so you notice this only took like 15 minutes or so. So
Yeah.
no time at all, kind of. But we'd love to see your progress for everyone in our YouTube live chat. And we cannot thank you all enough for tuning into our broadcast this afternoon. Again, a quick shout out as well to the Weirton, West Virginia extension, who had celebrated their 8 years earlier this month. And in addition to that, we would like to give our special thanks and appreciation for everyone who supports our broadcasts. First and foremost, we'd like to thank our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, as well as our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Aranio V. Manalo. Again, we thank you all so much for allowing us to have this platform to share our passions, hobbies, and interests of the brethren here in the District of Great Lakes. And in the District of Great Lakes, we cannot forget to thank our District Minister, Brother Elmer Sarmiento, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Art Agag, our CFO Advisor, Brother Cameron Waterman, and our DMM or Multimedia Advisor, Brother CJ Manalansan, who is helping behind the scenes there in Cleveland. I can't thank him enough. Thank you so much. We would also like to thank for INCRadio, our station manager, Brother Wali Taray, our overseeing minister, Brother Edwin Acebuque, and our executive producer, Brother Manly Andaya. We cannot thank you all enough for allowing us to share this experience. And you could see a work in progress still there. And we'll follow up later in the week to see the finished piece, and we'll share it with all of you. On behalf of everyone here in your zone, we cannot thank you enough for tuning in, and please continue to do so every week. Again, that's 4 p.m. Central Time on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 a.m. there in the Philippines. As we always remind each and every one of you before we wrap up our show, please don't forget that in your zone is where you and your passions shine the brightest. Don't forget to tune in next week. We thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Well,